Powering up essential systems. Booting root C/audio logs. Reviewing previous data cells. Repairing audio files. Episode 34, Crankshaft.
As Bravo sets his very cool helmet down on his bench, we see time fast forward a little bit. The sun shifts in the sky. It's a couple of hours later. Amy kind of makes the rounds, getting all you up. She kind of bangs on the hood of your car, Rex, to pop you awake. Sleepyhead, just like I remembered.
Cute. Oh.
And she makes the rounds, gets everyone up.
Oh, I still don't feel good. Okay. Whew.
Yeah. Amy leads the group of you past her tent into the center of the camp. The camp is laid out where they have on the western side is where you have Amy's tent. In the center you have the mess tent, which is a big exposed pavilion. It's just a roof. There's no side walls really. Random folding tables and just kind of loose chairs kind of fill this area. And as you all come and look and view out over the crowd of 70 or so Crimson Cobras sitting there eating some of their food, and look over at the expanse of the just variety of tents that they call their home. Amy pipes up and goes, "Okay, slackers, I need you all to listen up, because we might have a job." She goes, "You all know that horrid wretch of a place that used to be Pittsburgh?" Kind of a mutter through the crack. Goes, "Yeah, I know that place. Sucks." She goes, "My good friends here, Bravo, Miss Dr. Dice, and Rex, well, they're trying to apparently make it a better place. They say they need our help.
That is correct.
I think it's about high time that we stopped letting them ruin our operations, and we took them out." And you hear kind of a mix of muttering and mumbling. Some people are like, yeah, these guys suck. Let's go. And there are other people who are muttering negatively. And one woman kind of pipes up. She's closer to the back, and she pipes and goes, "Amy, we both know that's suicide. That is... No. There's no way on earth that we're ever going to be able to survive going on against New Pittsburgh. You and I both know this."
Okay.
At any point, you guys are more than welcome to interject. I don't particularly feel like just having a narration.
Yeah, I was like, I can't tell like when it stops.
Interrupt whenever.
No, Rex responds to that. He's like, "I don't know. I don't think it's that difficult. The three of us got in fine. We did quite a bit of damage already. We killed their second in command, a guy named Papa Tucson. He's already out. We've got the Seeds of Chaos sown. It'll be easier now than it ever will be."
This woman, she stands up now, starts kind of meandering a little bit, heading towards the front. Okay, sure, yeah, you got in, cool. There's three of you. I don't know how you got past the fact that they'll shoot bombs at you whenever you get within a quarter mile of the place. That's great. That's great for you. There's a lot more of us than that.
So it'll be easier.
Amy kind of goes, Crankshaft, calm down, okay? This isn't suicide.
We have very good reason to believe, as Rex already stated, that their defenses will be in sort of a bit of disarray, as their leader has been. We honestly came here because we felt like going in with numbers would be the best option. If the three of us were able to do what we were able to do in such a short amount of time, with a gang like this, we're golden.
Crankshaft, she goes, I don't work for you. She kind of starts, turning around, looking around, be like, are we really gonna like go and throw ourselves at certain death? These guys don't care about us. Last I heard, these guys are the ones that killed Ted and Janet. These are the ones that blew them off their motorbikes doing routine highwaying stuff.
Rex speaks up. He goes, last I checked, they were the one attacking us.
There it is. That stuff aside, we're not necessarily saying you're gonna work for us. We're just asking for your help. And we happen to also be trying to pay for it.
And her eyes go up. The crowd kind of peaks a little bit interested when you say, we're trying to pay for it. More people look up. She goes, guys, we're not mercenaries, okay? Sure, again, she kind of gestures to you. We do what we have to survive, but we're family out here. Family looks out for family. And Amy goes, Crankshaft, you're seeing this all wrong. This is an opportunity to clear a threat that has been bothering us for some time.
And get access to all of their super secret intelligence that they have. Not that we know anything about that.
Also, did we mention that we already punched a hole in the wall?
Twice.
The crowd, there's some murmuring. It seems to you that the Crimson Cobras are divided. There are those that feel like this is an opportunity that they need to take, and there are those that seem unhappy about this. But it's kind of down the middle, teetering on the brink of a decision.
I am looking for. Hold on. Where is it? Rally to the cause.
Rally to the cause. When you speak out in favor of a cause or a person, roll plus hot. On a 10 plus, hold 2. 7 to 9, hold 1. Spend your hold 1 for 1 to have your audience do a bunch of stuff.
I can make the speech unless one of you wants to do it.
You don't want Rex to do the speech.
You don't necessarily want Dice to do it either, but
No one's a good option to do this speech.
No one really is a good option.
My brain's still lagging, so.
Alrighty. All right. Okay. Listen.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Everybody. As your fearless leader has already mentioned, this place has already been causing you so much harm. Clearly, they've already blown you up a couple of times. Right now, we are trying to provide you with an opportunity to help get rid of this threat to you and your family. Not only is it a threat to you and your family, but it's a threat to the families inside. We have some people here who come from this place, who are trying to get out of it themselves. And we just want to be able to provide the rest of those people with the freedom, the option that we all get to share. I don't see what's so wrong in that. Are we asking a lot of you? Yes. Would we be asking if it wasn't important? Absolutely not. Now we're gonna go with or without you. It's just up to you if you want to be a part of that.
Go for it.
Okay, I forgot I have to roll for that. Okay.
No, that was Crankshaft. She just said go for it. Just fine.
All right, see ya. Get out of here.
These dice love me today. That's a 10.
Dang.
That's a 10.
Alrighty. On a 10 plus, you get 2 hold. You may send in supplies worth 1 or 2 barter, attack someone you name, defend someone or something you name, or go together to a place you name.
Well, quick discussion with the people that I'm with.
Secret
If I
PCI
pick,
language.
Attack somebody you name, probably. And, well, okay. So then my question is, I guess this is just a general question. Because we're also going to technically be going together to a place that you name, do I just pick one or the other and then send in supplies worth 1 or 2 barter? Or do I just pick those 2 options? That is the question that I'm trying to pose. Yes. Well, then I guess the options are very clear cut. We're going to attack somebody that I name and go to a place together that I also name.
Alrighty, so you...
That's New Pittsburgh, to attack New Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Alrighty, yeah, so... So you make your plea, your impassioned plea, your speech to the gathered Crimson Cobras, and like a shout goes through the crowd. They begin muttering and chanting and talking about how they're gonna do this. And Amy steps up to you like, "You heard the lady. We're gonna go take out New Pittsburgh. Break camp, boys."
Whoa!
And everyone gets up, and chaos ensues. it's going to take some time to pack up the camp so that everyone's ready to move and they have what they need. There'll be a little bit of time for conversation or things you need to do, but everyone gets up and starts to do the things they need to be ready. All the Crimson Cobras, they go and they gather from the storage areas. They get the requisite ammunition they're gonna need. The lines, you hear motorcycles roar to life as people start to gather their bikes, and the lines at the refueling stations get long as everyone waits their turn to gas up and get ready to go.
I'm gonna go to Amy and ask if there's an extra bike.
We should probably get a quick plan ready as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say y'all definitely have time. I would
Have time
Amy.
to-
So Dice, you say that to Amy, and she goes, "I'm sure we can scrounge up something somewhere. It's gonna take us at least 2 or 3 hours to make sure that everyone's got everything situated, and then we can roll out. I mean, it may only be motorcycles. They may only have a couple of gallons of gas in them, but multiply that by 70, and you've got a lot of bikes to fill. So
No rush, no rush. I just thought I'd ask.
Rex, what's
Okay.
the range of the gun on top of your car? Are we gonna be able to take out the people on the top of the walls?
I actually don't have one.
Rex is the gun.
Oh, and Opera's back in the city, isn't it?
I don't have a. That's one thing I'm planning on buying in the future, but I currently don't have one. And I also don't even have Opera at the moment. I'm stuck with the grenade launcher. How tall were the walls again? 10 feet? 20 feet?
They're like not super
they're
tall,
not crazy
right?
tall. No,
I feel like I remember them not being super tall.
somewhere between like 15 and 20 feet. I think sounds about right.
Okay, so a grenade could be launched up there.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, Rex, will you be able to hit people on the top of the wall? I mean, if we're coming in there close to the walls, we don't want to be... What's that expression?
Blown to bits.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's something.
This kind of looks funny. Rex gets a funny look on his face at the word crows. Gives you a little headache. No, I can hit them with grenade launcher, maybe, hopefully, I think. We want to get in that close?
I don't know, I think wait and see how the bikes are doing on their own, but if they're getting blown to bits, it's an awful waste. I say we hang back at first. Well, here's another question. You've got a mighty way of running through a wall on your own. How well do you think you'd be at it in a car?
I know this is gonna sound really egotistical, but I genuinely don't think my car is as strong as me.
Well, this is a rules question.
Reptile may be amazing, but I don't think it has the same level of determination as me.
I believe Matt is correct in his assumption that
In the car?
If he does oh yeah in the car, would it just be the car that takes 1 damage?
I don't know if it matters because I'm not doing that.
I mean, so Aaron, to answer your rules question on that front, I believe in that case the car would be considered scenery.
Oh no! So the car would take damage, is what you're saying.
And Rex would be fine, but the car would not. But yeah, much like Matt said, not gonna happen.
Well, all I know is my van is not rated for combat. So I think that I should hang back a little bit.
Okay, wasn't there a... Am I going crazy, or do I remember there was something said about, like, a secret entrance on the west side?
There's a way that we could climb through, but there's no way a bike could go through it.
Wait, hang on, Lucasta and... What's it say? Carter are still here, right?
Yes, Carter and Dahlia. Carter and Dahlia are still here.
Dahlia. Oh, sorry, not Lucasta.
Yeah,
Dahlia.
Lucasta's back in New Pittsburgh.
Rex, like, turns to them and points at them. Am I going crazy, or was that a thing?
Dahlia goes, just a little crazy. The river that goes through the town exits to the main body of water on the west end. So there's a weaker section of the wall in that area, but it's the closest thing you have to a secret entrance would be our base, and I don't think we can fit this many people through it quick enough to make a difference.
Now, there's already a hole on the southeast side, and a well-placed grenade of yours could make it even bigger.
Yeah, but I'm mostly worried about those rocket launchers.
Aren't those all on every side of the city?
Yeah, but we gotta, Rex leans in to make sure that none of the Crimson Cobras can really hear. He goes, Carter, or Crankshaft did bring up one good point. That's those rockets in a big group. We gotta make sure we minimize that threat as much as we can. Once we get in the city, it's all good. We'll just go haywire. But we wanna make sure as many people get into the city as we can.
It is definitely, well, we're going into this just hoping everything works out just dandy. We could try to send in a team beforehand, a small team, to make success more likely. Because motorcycles are loud. They're going to hear us coming.
How many... I'm trying to remember how many rocket launchers... Was it rocket launchers? I don't know. How many of those things were up on the wall? Like, how many we would have to take out to be out of range of any others?
Yeah, like how many shot at us when we first broke in and or ran away?
Okay, so here's the fun time. So what I'm going to do, really quick, is I'm just going to repost the map so that we all have a visual.
Correct.
I'll redescribe the layout of the city. So, New Pittsburgh is more or less a rectangle at a slight cant. Starting in the east end and flowing westward is a river that cuts the top maybe quarter of the city away from the bottom. On the far west side, just outside of the city wall, is the base of the Resistance, the Order of the Defiant Omen. On the far east side is the main entrance and exit gate. That gate is flanked by 2 towers. Now, Rex, this is some information you would have gotten as you were a police officer for New Pittsburgh for a week, a couple of days, however long it was. This city is protected by 16 distinct guard towers. Each guard tower is manned by 3 people, each with a mortar.
Wait, each tower has a mortar, or each person has a mortar?
Each tower has a mortar.
Okay.
Each tower has a mortar.
I was like, geez.
Yeah, that'd be insane. There is a larger concentration of towers on the eastern side of the city than the western side. This is partially due to the fact that more of the city's important structures, such as the government center where they have the research, police station, state department, and such, is also in that more eastern section of the city.
Looking at the map Terry gave us, I pipe up and I say, I don't know the range on these mortars, but if we took out the 2 in the south on either side of, let's just call it Rex's gate, I'm guessing we'd be out of range of any of the others. I mean, not only out of range, but just looking from the shape of the city, it would be, even if we were in range, it would be a hard angle to hit us without hitting the wall.
Honestly, we'd almost even just need to take out only that corner tower.
Yeah, that would definitely be the number 1 priority. Looking
There's
around.
a lot of rubble there. I could potentially try to sneak up. Well, what we'd want to do is we would want to try to make sure that there's because those motorcycles are going to be loud. We don't want to really necessarily alert the city, the guards, that there's going to be some shenanigans happening. As far as they know, we just killed one of their leaders and then pieced out before we could get killed. Now, they're probably expecting some sort of retaliation, but we don't want to alert them to the fact that one's about to happen. If we could somehow get maybe me there, get the tower knocked out with the mortar, and then blitz through before they have time to really organize and or shoot us with those mortars, maybe we've got a chance.
I don't think that's a bad plan at all. I think, like I said, small team first in. We get you where you need to go, and then we get everybody else in.
If we're coming in from the south, I mean, yeah, they might be reinforcing. They might be staying inside, but that is the direction we ran away in. So if there's anywhere where they would be outside the walls, looking for people, that's where it would be. I don't know if...
So you're saying take the fight to the north instead?
No, what I'm saying is...
They wouldn't expect it?
They wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, but we go to the north and we are facing more mortars and less of an entry point.
True, I really don't want to make another hole.
If we go to this...
You really should stop doing that.
All I'm saying is, if they're gonna know we're coming, why bother sending a team ahead anyway? Want to just go with the group, keep the motorcycles out of range of the mortar until the mortar's down?
Do they know we're coming back?
It's a good question.
Because, again, as far as they're aware, we could have just been there to murder Papa Toussaint and then ran away as soon as we did that. We don't even know if they're expecting us back.
I mean, that's a good point. So, since I'm directly being dishonest here, Trent, Do I have to roll to manipulate because I'm being dishonest? I don't have like an outcome that I'm trying to get them to do, but
He alerted them.
Let's see.
We're assuming that they heard his alert.
Oh, that's right.
Let's see.
Matt was really confused for a moment. Yeah, of course Rex doesn't know that, but I was
Yeah.
like, wait, huh?
Yes. Yes. So, Bravo, when you try to seduce, manipulate, bluff, fast talk, or lie to someone, tell them what you want to do, give them a reason, and roll plus hot.
okay. Well, they could know that we're coming back. They could not. Either way, I think that the best option is coming in at the south, but not leading out. You know, we've got a big force of scary bike bandits. We might as well use them like a hammer, and we'll just be there to make sure the mortar goes down, and they'll do the rest of the work. Okay, now I'm gonna roll.
Yep.
Does my -2 hex with Bravo mean anything?
Not in this case.
Okay. No, actually, it's a 0. I was looking at Gregor.
So close. I only got a 9. This is the first time I've done this
Okay,
roll
so-
against a PC.
Oh, well, I'll help you.
Yes. So for PCs, when a PC lies or tries to manipulate another PC, there are only 2 options, and on the 7 to 9, Bravo, you'll choose one. Either if the PCs go along with you, they will mark experience, or if they refuse, erase one of their stat highlights for the remainder of the session.
Well, I'll say if they go along with me, they mark experience.
Alrighty. So Rex and Dice, it is completely up to you whether or not you believe Bravo. If you go along with what Bravo's lying about, you'll get experience.
Rex, as the one inevitably going in to down the mortar, what are you feeling?
No, I don't care about me. I'll get it done. I'm just more worried about Bravo being ready to have all this blood on his hands in case something does go wrong.
We've all got blood on our hands.
Mine quite literally, most of the time.
All right, I mean, you're the brain guy. If you think that's the better option, then sure. I don't know if your military tactics are anything to write home about, but sure.
You've been doing some crazy mind stuff, so I've got no reason to disagree.
Thank you so much for all of those who have been listening to this podcast. If you would just be able to go and subscribe on whatever platform it is, or share, send us a review or a voice message even on Anchor, that would be wonderful. We love hearing from you, and we love to see your feedback, and we want to make sure that you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes. That would be a true tragedy. So go ahead and do that. And I think that's everything. So we'll get back to the show now.
So just so I'm clear, what's the plan that you all are relaying to Amy? Because from my understanding, the plan was we'll send a smaller crew down to the south to blow up one of the mortar towers, while the rest of them kind of keep them occupied in the north. But once there's a hole in the south, swing around and go through it.
I think the plan we ended on was we come in towards the south, but we're not sending the bulk of the force right up against the walls until the mortars are taken out.
Okay.
Basically, I don't want to have my team go in alone into a trap that I accidentally set for them.
Alrighty. So in that case, if the plan is made, I'll make one call for anyone who wishes to have a scene with anyone here in the Crimson Cobra camp before we head off back to New Pittsburgh.
I'm avoiding interacting with anybody from the Crimson Cobras. I'm just keeping to my van, making sure the tires are filled up and, everything that could slide around is bolted down, and I'm not looking any of the Crimson Cobras in the eye.
Dice is gonna walk over to Bravo. Are you feeling all right?
Not great.
Care to talk about it?
It's crazy times, that's all. feel like my skull is
Yeah?
splitting in two. It's hard to know what's the right thing to do in times like this.
I have to say that I agree. I don't think there's any one plan that is the right option. I don't think there's any one way to go about this that is going to ensure our victory. Heck, we could all die still. So I just want to make sure you're doing all right. You seem just a little fidgety.
Well, you know me.
Can I read a person?
Oh, absolutely.
Perfect.
I literally can't make this stuff up, my guys.
You rolled another 12.
I rolled a 10.
Ah,
But that's 13.
Jeez.
Alrighty. Well, Ms. Dice, enjoy asking Bravo some questions.
What is your character really feeling?
my character is feeling extremely conflicted.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll say my character is feeling like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's feeling guilty.
Okay. What does your character wish I'd do?
Bravo wishes that that you'd be more upset at the plan. Bravo wishes that that you wouldn't have so much trust for the bandits.
You have really, just ever since we woke up this morning, I don't mean to pry or anything, but it's just, you've really been seeming down.
Well, we were sent here to free a city, and we may be bringing a horde of bandits onto it. Plus, you could say I've been having bad dreams.
Care to talk about those?
Oh, you know, weird psychic stuff.
Understandable. Why don't you trust the bandits?
Well, they're bandits. I mean, ever since I got out of my original city, I had to spend a couple, I don't know, I think it was a couple of years out in the middle of nowhere before I made my way to Eden and barely survived. And, this world is full of the people in the cities just letting themselves be harvested, and the cruel leaders of the cities, taking the spoils, and those out in the wilderness picking off what gets away. If the leaders of these places we're taking down are the lions, and these bandits, they're the hyenas.
I don't really see them that way, if I'm being honest with you. I see them more so like us. They just go about it a different way.
Well, if we hadn't been so heavily armed, we would have seen them as our murderers.
You're right. And instead, they see us as murderers.
Only because of their twisted sense of right and wrong.
And yet still, they are putting their trust in us. Well, it's kind of the world we live in. But in turn, they're putting their trust in us to help us achieve our goal.
Then they're the fools.
What does your character intend to do?
My character intends to make sure the bandits do not get the city. My character intends to oppose the bandits with as much zeal as he opposes the leadership of New Pittsburgh.
Well, in the end, you still have me. You still have Rex. We're gonna get through this and set that city free. And I, personally, just think that these bandits are a means to an end. They gain something out of it. We gain something out of it. It's a win-win.
A win-win.
All right. And I'll walk away.
Rex, are you the one who's going to relay the plan to Amy?
Yes.
Alrighty.
And I do
Yeah,
that.
so we don't need to play that part of it out. But yes, you find Amy. She's instructing people, guiding them as everyone gears up. You explain the plan to her. She nods and she catalogs it away for the coming day when they'll have to go into play. And after you finish explaining, she goes, Rex, it's really nice to be working with you on the other side of this kind of gig.
It's not really something we ever did before.
No. Before it was me trying to get you to leave your gig.
Well, you never fought me on it, like with weapons or physically. You just said, Hey, you should stop.
Yeah, guess you're right. This is gonna be a different level. You know, I'm glad.
Yeah.
It'll be good. You seem to be a different person than the one that was left outside of New Orleans.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've never really thought about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Rex I knew was propping up a dictatorship, and here you are, coming and asking for help to take it down.
Rex is going to decline to discuss that further.
All right. Not gonna say this is gonna be a good time, but
I think it'll be great.
it'll be a pleasure to work alongside you after so many years.
You've got a pretty good grip on these guys, right?
He goes,
Just a little worried about Crankshaft there, kind of trying to argue a bit.
she's that's just Crankshaft.
You're not gonna like go rogue or anything, are they?
I don't think so. We're a family, just like she said. And I mean, you know, families they bicker and they fight and they got their problems, but when it comes down to it, we're there for each other.
Sounds good.
I say I'm gonna make sure that yes.
Wait. You guys taking all the motorcycles?
I mean, we've got a couple of spares, but I mean, if we're bringing all of us, we're bringing most all our bikes.
Okay, no, good. Just checking.
I say I remember. I think I might have overheard Dice was asking if we had a spare for her. Does she know how to ride a motorcycle?
No, I don't think so. Gosh dang it, now she wants a motorcycle too. Oh.
You don't know why I was asking.
Telling me both of these crazy kids want motorbikes?
Crazy kids.
I can't imagine that Dice is very much younger than Rex.
Oh, maybe I'll have to get them both a motorbike when I get back.
We'll have to see what happens after this is all said and done.
Yeah.
Any last minute things anyone wants to do before we head off into the middle of the day?
I got nothing.
All right.
Cool. Alrighty. So the Crimson Cobras, they pack everything they need up. A lot of the stuff that they carry with them when they need to do long haul stuff, they've got 3 modified like flatbed trucks. So that way, because you know it's a gang on motorbikes, you can't fit a ton on a motorbike. So they've got a couple of flatbed trucks. They load one of them up with some gear there, so that way they can have everything they need and be prepared for the battle ahead. The Crimson Cobras start to get their motorbikes set up in formation, riding in small platoons and clusters. How are you all dispersed between vehicles and where you are in the line?
I presume Rex is leading the way.
Yeah, I'd say like you and Amy. I think Amy's on her bike. You're in Reptile, plotting a course.
I would assume Dice is back in Reptile like normal.
Oh,
Okay.
I would assume that.
And then the other 2 are with Bravo again.
I assume that Carter and Dahlia do not want to be with me.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, wait, never mind. So with that in mind, I take it back. I'll go with
I have
Bravo.
to. That means I have to.
So
Oh yeah, how are we gonna do that?
How are we going to do that?
Because my car only fits like 2, and Bravo probably wants to drive his own car.
So as everyone is getting packed up, squared away, Dahlia comes up to you, Dice. She trusts you, and she says, "Hey, I know you all are heading back to free our home, but honestly, I don't think Carter and I are going to be much use in this fight. I think we're gonna hang back here and help keep an eye on the Crimson Cobra's camp with the few of them that are leaving here to make sure no rival gang comes and steals their stuff."
That is, honestly, I don't blame you for that course there, so, that's fine with me. I don't, not to be rude or anything, I didn't really want you there either.
Nice. What's the opposite of a hot roll?
A savage roll?
A 7. And that sounds bad. I don't know how to put it less, blunt-like, but it's dangerous. Lots of stuff's gonna go down, and I'd much rather know that you're safe here, is what I'm trying to get at.
She goes, I get it. Yeah. No. Again, thank you for everything that you all have done for us.
Well, just doing what I'm being paid to do this, really, so just doing what I'm paid to do. But I've grown to like you. I'm glad I came.
And as you say that, you hear Amy shout from the front of line, and then you hear the roar as 70 motorbikes all kick to life. It is deafening, and it is awesome. Rex,
I think that's my cue.
yeah, Dolly goes,
And I run off.
go be a hero or something. I don't know. Rex, you turn over the engine of Reptile and
He pops out of the sunroof, looks back at all of them, and he goes, Crimson Cobras, let's ride for freedom.
you all take off, heading towards New Pittsburgh. It takes you the better part of the day, but you do make your way to New Pittsburgh. As you and your small army roll towards New Pittsburgh, the city comes into view. The sun setting behind the west end of the city, silhouetting it. The jagged destruction of the outer city sparkles in the late day sun, and you see an army of black-clad men outside of the city walls, almost as if they were waiting for your approach. And we fade to black.
Wow, great job, Bravo. You're really helping the people here.
I legitimately think I am. The war is going to be fought not on their own turf.
That's why we don't give you the moral questions.